Hey everybody, Matt here from East Coast Sabers again, coming at you today with another review of a Graflex product, and today I am reviewing the KR Sabers perfected 1-inch blade holder for the Roman's prop flash gun. Now, the reason that there had to be a special blade holder for the Romans is because the way that the Roman's flash gun was manufactured, the holes for the sink pins in the shroud don't perfectly match up with the spacing on a vintage, and they can kind of fluctuate from flash gun to flash gun within Roman's lineup. So you can't just use a Solos Hold 7/8 inch blade holder or one of the ones from TCS, the Custom Saber Shop, or Graflex shop, because the blade holder will be visible within the holes for the sink pins, and it's not really ideal. Some people don't really like that. If you don't have a problem with that, then feel free to use it. It'll work absolutely fine. But KR Sabers saw the need to create his own that was properly designed for the shroud on the Romans, and that's the one that I have just installed in this Romans flash gun, and I think it looks great, and I think it functions beautifully, and I can't wait to install this. This flash gun has sat untouched for several months since it came in, and I've been waiting for this blade holder. Romans had his own blade holder that came out recently, and as far as I believe, I don't think it had the accurate lip on the front. I may be wrong about that, but I really like the accurate lip across the front of it. It really adds a level of realism, and now that this is out, I can finally build this flash gun, and I have something kind of cool planned for it, and hopefully you guys like that. But right now, I have this blade holder installed with the KR Sabers short pins. I have the sink tabs from the Romans. I just cut them and sanded them down to fit and repurposed them. They work great. But these are the short pins because it is a 1-inch blade holder. So you need the short pins, otherwise the long pins will protrude outside, too far outside of the shroud. I have the TGS darkened glass eye retention screw that I've shaved down. I have a KR Sabers black and brass 1-inch blade plug installed. So overall, this blade holder is very, very nice. It is a 2-piece design, much like the original components of the flash gun. It's a 2-piece design. It is held together by this one screw just above the, or just below the emitter, just above the glass eye. The screw that came with the Romans flash gun was too short. It wouldn't thread in. So this is one of the ones from KR Sabers himself. It's one of the ones for the 2.0. It's the perfect length. It threads right in, holds it all together, locks it together, works perfectly. So I just went ahead and installed that. It does not use the spring tabs inside these 2 black holes. I'm sure if you cut them down, you might be able to get them to work. I haven't tried it, so don't quote me on that. It retains the full red button functionality, as well as side switch functionality. I need to trim the tab on the back of mine a little more in order to get it to move. It's kind of wedged in there at the moment, but it does have its own dedicated wire channels for that. One of the really nice things I like about this blade holder is that it uses one of these style multi-piece LED modules that screw together. This blade holder, unlike the Solos Hold, is straight through. The Solos Hold has an enclosing at the bottom end that has, you just drop the star into with either thermal tape or thermal paste, and then you glue the optic down on top of it. Whereas this one is straight through to the end. I don't know if you can, let me open this up real quick. I don't know if you can see the bottom of the blade plug, and that is because it is hollow all the way through, and there is a hole in the bottom end already drilled and tapped for your LED module retention. So I really like that idea because I much prefer this style LED module compared to just gluing them together. So that's one thing that I really, really like about this design, and I can actually unthread this right now and drop this out the bottom half. I have not shaved my bunny ears down yet, so the blade plug is kind of difficult to get out through the top. It's easier to get it out through the bottom. But as you can see, it is straight through, and there's a hole right there on the right hand side that is, like I said, already drilled and tapped for LED retention. So that is a very nice feature. The wire channel for the side switch has several holes drilled in it for switch retention. Depending on what type of switch you use, you can use a micro tactile switch underneath the red button. If you just make a little piece that goes underneath the plunger to activate the switch itself. One thing that this blade holder does not have that the Solos Hold does is it does not have the concaved feature around where the blade goes in. It is just perfectly flat, whereas the Solos Hold kind of curves in as you get closer to the blade plug, much like the actual vintage does. But with the 1-inch design, it's not really necessary because it's such a bigger diameter. There's really no room for it. So, and I think it would look kind of off. So it's not really a missed feature in this case, being 1 inch. 7/8 inch definitely looks better with it, but it's really nothing you're going to miss. So being 1 inch, I think it's going to work very well for either The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi conversions. For the prequel trilogy, I mean, excuse me, for the original trilogy, I still prefer the 7/8 inch. But for the newer movies, 1 inch seems to be more accurate, which is what I'm going to do with this one. So it is a very nice, it's a beautiful blade holder. It's going to do the job very nicely. The blade plug itself, which is the same size as the blade, obviously, slides in and out very easily. No need to shave anything down. No need to adjust anything. I'm just going to set this back in here real quick. And yeah, that's about it. The KR Sabers 1 inch perfected Roman's prop blade holder. Overall, I'm going to give it, let's say, a 9 out of 10. You know what? I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because there's really nothing that it doesn't there's nothing that it doesn't do. It has the two-piece design. It holds everything the way that it should, and it holds my preferred LED module. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this product. The black anodizing looks very, very well done. It's nice and smooth. There's no burrs. There's no sharp edges anywhere on it. Overall, it is just a very good product. And if you are looking to convert a Roman's flash gun and you want an accurate blade holder, then I definitely recommend the KR Sabers one. They're available now at his website, thesaberarmory.com. So go check it out. And Cal, thanks again. Love it, man. Thank you all for watching.